anywhere in the world in 30 minutes or less. Sounds like a old pizza delivery advertisement, doesn't it? Well, actually, this is a true statement for the Minuteman III missiles, which are stationed throughout the rolling fields of Montana. Hello, my name is Michael Harris, and today I am going to give you a brief overview of the history of Montana's missile fields, as well as the basic overview of a missile alert facility, which is a home away from home for people that are stationed in the nuclear missile field. And lastly, I will go over my day-to-day job and what it entails as a facility manager at one of these missile alert facilities. All of this information I will be sharing with you is unclassified and can be found with a simple internet search. So first, a brief history of Malmstrom's nuclear missile fields. These, according to Malmstrom's website, was the first missiles activated, and they were a great deterrence in the Cuban Missile Crisis. The 10th Missile Squadron, which was the first one to receive these missiles, was the first of its kind ever activated. These Minuteman I missiles were a key player during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and they are capable of speeds of 15,000 miles per hour with a range of over 6,000 miles, giving them the capability to strike anywhere in the world. In the years following the Cuban Missile Crisis, 3 more squadrons were activated. And according to the Malmstrom's Air Force Base website, the 12th Missile Squadron, as well as the 490th Missile Squadron, were activated on the 3rd of July, 1963. The 4th and final Missile Squadron was the 564th, and they became fully operational on May 5th, 1967. With 4 missile squadrons ready to go and upgraded to the newer Minuteman II missiles, this brought the total nuclear missiles on 24-hour standby to 200. So thanks to the foresight of our leaders and the implementation of Malmstrom Air Force Base's nuclear missile field, this helped divert the Cuban Missile Crisis and protected us and our allies during the Cold War from nuclear attack. So now I'll give you a basic overview of a missile alert facility, also known as a MAF. There are 5 missile alert facilities per squadron, with a total of 15 at Malmstrom right now. Each MAF is responsible for 10 missiles, which are spread through over 23,000 square miles of Montana's land. Below each MAF, approximately 50 feet below, is a Launch Control Center, or LCC, and this is where 2 highly trained officers sit ready to go at a moment's notice to launch missiles when notified by our Commander-in-Chief. These have been continuously manned for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year since the 1960s. In the MAF above the LCC is where I reside, along with the chef and the security forces, which provide security for our MAF as well as all the nuclear missile sites in the fields. Our chef is responsible for cooking food and ensuring the well-being and morale of our people at a MAF. As you can see, there are a lot more to missiles than meets the eye. There's a whole support team as well as a missile crew which provide nuclear deterrence for our country. So, what are my primary duties at a missile alert facility? Well, as a facility manager, or FM, I am responsible for day-to-day operations. I can stay out at the field, in the missile field, for 4 days at a time, and usually I have 5 days off. I ensure the chef provides all meals freshly cooked and in a timely manner, and it is also my responsibility to ensure that my MAF stays clean and is ready for any visitors that could show up at any time. I also provide care, medical care, and medicine when needed. My responsibilities also include maintaining systems and equipment on site. This includes the fire suppression system as well as our standby power generator, which this is just a few of the things that I'm completely responsible for. Also in the summer, I have to maintain the grounds and mow the lawn at the MAF, believe it or not. And in the cold, harsh winters of Montana, I'm responsible for keeping our access roads and our helicopter pad out there at the MAF free of snow and ice. So staying out in the missile field and ensuring that everything is good to go at our MAF can be a demanding job, but it is a rewarding one in knowing that I am doing my part in the security of this great nation. So, hopefully you all have a better understanding of my job as a facility manager out in the field. I was briefly able to touch on the history of this base and its role during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Keeping security in mind, I also gave you a brief overview of the MAF and its systems, as well as who stays out there. Finally, there were my primary duties of a MAF which are just a small part of what I do in my day-to-day operations out there. As mission dictate, there are some things I cannot discuss. Also, I hope you all enjoyed hearing my briefing and you learned a little bit about my job as the Air Force and what I do. Feel free to ask me any questions you have in the online discussion boards in class. Thank you and have a great day.